it's Mark and Cindy on the radio, 10 to 11 a.m.
Good morning.
Well, it's Mark and Cindy.
Hello, everybody. It is so rainy out there. It's so rainy here in Montgomery
It's a rainy
County.
morning. I guess that doesn't mean it's not good, but sheesh,
It's
mama,
always
we
good.
need the rain, Cindy.
We do need the rain. When I stepped out on that grass in the backyard, I went, this is so full of rain. It's so saturated now. And the more rain, it'll just be fun to
I don't know about
navigate in.
Dick, but I was thinking she's not making it today because of flooded streets and stuff like that.
Well, here's the deal, and this is going to really be sad. Trisha Williams. See,
I've heard that.
Richard
now.
made now.
Yeah.
I can't say her name right.
Yeah, let's blame this on
Trisha Williams is our guest today with the Snow White mobile teeth whitening business, and we're going to talk to her about her great idea, because all week is Great Idea Week.
Son of gun, that's
yes,
right.
that's right. So
Oh,
it's all
wow.
great ideas. So
I'm
we're
gonna
on the
invent
hunt.
some.
We're on the hunt for great ideas.
And this is only the third teeth whitener person we've had on this show. I'm making that up, Tricia.
He's
We've
so
never had
He's so
a teeth whitener person, and I am just excited.
And what makes
about
them
that.
unique is they will come to you. Yes, wherever you are, except in a phone booth. But otherwise, they will come to you.
Yeah.
And
We're speaking from experience. We don't do that anymore.
that's
Sheesh.
right. We stopped playing those pranks. Okay, so anyway, today is so rainy that you have to be careful of all the high water, and it's just going to keep coming. They said, no one said anything about this. I hadn't heard about there's going to be a lot of rain during this weekend. I just heard like a 20% chance. Is that what you heard?
No. Kay tells me all the time about rain. She's big into the weather, and my only problem is I did not contact you.
About what?
About the rain. So I
okay.
apologize for that.
Well, I was waiting for your call, so I didn't know, and that's why I was just got here. But I got here on time. But here's what I was going to tell you: is that
hear it.
Trisha lives like right down the street from where I am. And what time did she get here? She got here on time.
Why am I not surprised she beat you? I don't understand it.
As I was pulling out, I thought, maybe I should call her and tell her we should just carpool here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went, no, she probably wants to be on time. So I said,
that's
just
true.
forget about
That's
it. I'm
true.
not going to do that. But we've got to talk about Memorial Day.
We do.
And I have to tell a story that's so sweet. Just let me tell this. It came from my Facebook family.
You know how much I love sweet stories.
I know.
Boy.
And so it's from Sherry Jackson, who the
She was
Jacksons.
here. No,
The
she
Jackson.
wasn't.
No, that was Cheri. This is Sherry Jackson that goes to Grace Crossing Church where you go.
Okay,
So,
cool.
Jim Jackson is her husband. I know if you saw.
I know.
Okay,
That's all
that's
I
one of
need,
those
just
deals.
to see
Okay.
her.
But anyway, she's the sweetest lady, and this is the sweetest
Mm-hmm.
story. She's flying on an airplane, and she sees someone in uniform, and so they turn around. She shows them the sign for thank you. It's a thing now that everybody's doing. Instead of having to walk up to a service person and say thank you for your service, all they do is the sign for thank you. And
Wow.
And so when she did it to him, he smiled and he said, "You're welcome." And then she said, not right after that, one of the stewardess came up and said, "Sir, your ticket has been paid and upgraded to first class." And now people are hearing this around, and so he said, "No, I'm nobody special. Don't do that. No, don't. That's so sweet. Tell him thank you." But everybody started hearing this, so people started standing up and started clapping and applauding. And so he was so moved, and then he went ahead and went to first class. It was so
That is
sweet. I
sweet.
mean, it sounds like a commercial that you see on
Yeah.
TV. It was just
And
it was
that is
beautiful.
one story that didn't make it on the news or anything, but it was told word of mouth, which I don't know where else it's going to be told. But how many times, I wonder, did stuff like that happen yesterday?
Yeah,
That's,
during that time,
during
yeah.
the
I think
weekend.
people are much more sensitive about it. And, I mean, to me, the greatest commercial of all time is when the troops were coming back. And they're coming through. And a lot during the war with...
The Desert Storm one?
Desert Storm War.
Okay.
I couldn't think of the name. Desert Storm War. War. They had a commercial where they were coming through the airport, and people started applauding, and they were, and because there was such bad PR and press, and the people were saying bad things to the soldiers as they were coming back, and so this was like the best commercial, and just cry every time.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
I cry
that was
at
a
the
sweet
Mean
thing.
Joe Green Coca-Cola commercial too.
The Mean
But-
Joe Green. Oh, the one that doesn't throw the.
He does throw his jersey.
Finally,
at the
he
kid.
does, though. Yeah,
By the way,
okay.
I feel I have defamed the flag because I left it out. It's raining bad time at my house. And I said, I got to bring the flag in. And I forgot. I got one in the back that I did bring in, but I didn't bring
Do you put it at half mast?
No.
Ours isn't that.
Oh, I could
expensive.
not. You're right. If I put it half mast, it'd be on the floor.
Yeah, we can't. We
Yeah.
can't. It's there. It's just
Yeah.
there. It doesn't go half mast at all. But ours is the same way. It's just like it. You can't bring it in. I can't lower it. My uncle, the coolest thing is that he had one of those big flags, and every night he'd
Uncle Bubba?
No, it was Uncle Edgar. But every night he'd lower that, and the people would, all his family would fold it up, and it was very ceremonial. Every night he did that, and so it wouldn't touch the floor. And he taught us all those rules, and I thought that's so cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it was a great Memorial weekend. I hope you did something cool. Did you?
Yes. No, I did watch some war documentaries and all on Memorial Day, and I put
There you
flag
go.
out, but Kate, I didn't go anywhere.
You didn't go
memory. No, we
That's-
pretty much
Was that on the
stayed-
History Channel that you watched it?
It probably was because that's
Okay, I
What,
was
what did
wondering.
you see?
Well, I just heard a bunch of radio ads about the History Channel on that. And I was like, man, they're actually doing history stuff now because they usually. I mean, is it wrong?
Exactly, Fat Arnold and whatever.
It's
Oh,
ridiculous.
that's the
yeah.
Discovery
well, they're
Channel I'm
trying
thinking
to.
of.
Yeah. Well, they got to make money. They
But
got to
you know
keep the
these
lights on.
war things, and one thing was Russia getting invaded by Germany in World War II. Now that has nothing to do with our Memorial Day, but that was one horrible, horrible event for so many people. And
Did it depress you?
Oh yeah. It made me feel like, boy, I don't sacrifice anything. Those people were sacrificing. By the way, you take Russia out of that war, World War II, and it's going to be a stalemate. I don't think we could have won it without them.
I think you're right. Okay, but here comes the but.
No, there's no buts. Well, there's a but, but it has nothing to do with that. I wanted to mention this one thing, a teaser from
Okay.
the encouraging word. Cindy, I found something this morning that is fascinating. It explains why we can go into a room looking for something and we get there and we don't remember why we're there.
Finally, an
And
explanation.
there is an explanation,
Okay.
and it's coming on encouraging words. So, if you're listening to this on an archive, just skip everything else and go, I'm joking.
great. Oh, great.
I am
Trisha's
so
really happy
joking,
about that.
Tricia.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've got to listen to that encouraging word, and that's coming up. And I wanted to say something, and we only have a few minutes.
Yeah.
And it relates to just about everything in life, and it's about ironing.
Who does ironing anymore?
That's
Nobody
my-
irons anymore.
That's what I was doing actually
What
yesterday.
do y'all do?
Now,
What?
I
Are you
believe
good
Richard
at it,
might.
Dick?
I iron the shirt.
Do you iron your underwear?
Oh,
No.
no.
Okay.
I think
No,
the strangest thing I probably iron are my bed sheets.
Now, my mom
You
used to
iron
do
your
that,
bed sheets,
and we thought
really?
that was weird. Dick, if you
But
pull
there's
them
nothing
tight
like-
enough, they pretty well iron themselves.
That's right.
That's just what I'm
That's what I was hoping.
You don't iron. Who brings their stuff to the... I'm sorry, I didn't even let you answer. Tricia, you don't iron?
There's absolutely no way, not anymore.
Yeah. Do you
I have a
take
dry
it-
cleaner.
That's what I haven't done. I don't
I
know
haven't gone
how.
to a dry cleaner in so long, and you probably look at my shirt sometimes
Well,
and go, Cindy,
no,
that would be a good
Cindy,
idea.
that's the 15th time you wore that.
Yeah,
See what-
no, I did not. But see, I let Kay doesn't like to iron. She will, but she let a stack get so tall of shirts. They're all on hangers and all, but then you
Right.
can't wear them. And I forgot I had some of these shirts.
That's what
and
happened to me.
That
I
and
was like, I could have sworn I had more button downs than these.
That is
and
crazy.
And finally,
Yeah.
I go over. I'm like, oh, that's because I haven't ironed this little basket.
But-
and
Dick, I the only way we could get them ironed is I'd said I will iron half of them, and I can't iron, and I don't like to, but I will try. But I'm telling you, I can't iron.
well, I timed
It's an
myself.
art.
I timed myself because I think I had like 12 shirts.
Oh yeah,
14 shirts. And I was
Yeah.
like, all right, it takes me around 2 minutes to do a shirt. And for some reason, that 2 minutes feels like 15
Oh,
minutes.
it's
It
terrible.
does.
Because after about
Yes.
3 of them, I'm like, there's got to be something I can do better with this time. And so I take these little breaks. It takes me like all week to iron like 14 shirts.
To me, it's like mowing a lawn. You just start making circles,
yeah.
and you start. I think I'll start with the sleeve this time.
If you-
Do you pull your sleeve up on the?
Oh,
on
yeah.
the
No, I
corner?
get upset. Because like if it's not perfect, I'm like, gotta start over, and it's an awful process for me.
So
with respect to mowing the lawn, if you just look at the lawn and the size of my lawnmower and you say, I've got to mow this, and you say, oh, this can't be done, Don't look at that. Just keep doing it.
Oh,
It's
no.
the same as ironing. If I look, when I looked at that load, I said, I can't do this. But
No, and what's amazing about ironing to me is if anyone offered to do my shirt, it's like they're giving me the biggest gift I could have gotten.
that ladies, listen
that
to
week.
this.
And
Say,
Yeah.
99 cents. Sorry, 99 cents a shirt. It is worth it.
Well, definitely, it's worth it now. Particularly a long sleeve shirt that's got pleats. I'm sorry,
Oh
folks,
yeah,
I'm
those
getting too
pleats.
excited about this.
Well,
I
now
need to scale back.
the women out there know how to get to Richard's heart.
Yeah.
Is to call up and say
99
"Can I iron
cents.
But I
for
mean,
you?"
I do enjoy ironing though, because I put on some music. Like for example, for the radio, if I get new music, I put that on, and I boogie and and iron my shirts.
Do you dance while you iron?
Yeah. Why would you not? I mean, you gotta make it fun.
I'm just
Folks,
trying to.
when we cut to this break, I'm going to be asking Dick and Tricia questions about Dick about ironing and Tricia about dry cleaning, and we may not get a chance
Well,
to share
all I
them
can
with
say
you.
is wrinkles are in, and I think that
they're so
we're good.
overrated. I think.
I think
Use
if you
the
wear it
wrinkles.
like it's meant to be look like this, then you're good to go. It's fine, and so don't worry about it. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, we have a Facebook page, The Mark and Cindy Show. So if you want to go to that page and comment, ask some questions, or if you want to call in today and ask questions about getting your teeth whiter than they've ever been before, be sure and call us at 936-647-3776. Now there's always a waiting line, so just keep trying. Don't give up. Don't give up.
Do not.
Because we love our listeners and we love the callers for sure.
Back in a minute with Tricia Williams, and we're going to talk about your teeth. And
No,
you don't need
not my
any help.
teeth. No,
you don't need any help. But yeah,
we don't. But
she's going to lose money on us, but
Yeah,
there's
right,
other
yeah,
people out there that need help.
Yeah,
Back
right.
in a couple of minutes.
listen to the song.
Can't laugh and I can't sing. I'm finding it hard to do anything. You see, I feel sad when you're.
Hello, I'm Bonita DeRosa, Animal Control Officer for the City of Willis. We invite you to tune in to Lone Star Internet Radio every first and third Thursday of the month at 11 a.m. for the Willis Hour. On the first Thursday of the month, the Willis Hour will be covering upcoming events and news about the city. Join in the conversation with your city officials and other leaders in the community. On the third, we will be doing a recap of the last City Council meeting. The mission of the City of Willis is to provide high-quality services, accountability, and professional commitment to our citizens. We pledge to provide those who live, work, and visit our city an effective government that is open and responsive to the needs and values of the community. Again, we invite you to tune in on Lone Star Internet Radio every first and third Thursday of the month at 11 for the Willis Hour.
You're listening to Lone Star Internet Radio now for your daily weather report. Today's Tuesday, May 27th, 2014. Today's forecast, there's a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms today. Some of the storms could produce heavy rain, so be careful. Mostly cloudy with a high near 84. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Later tonight, there's still a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms with a low around 70.
This weather forecast is brought to you by Donald Wick Public Relations. You've seen the billboards. That's right, Wicked Publicity. Contact them today at 832-326-1965 and visit wickedpublicity.com.
I'm Lauren Maddox for Lone Star College System. Lone Star College Conroe Center has teamed up with Workforce Solutions to provide free training for those seeking a career in the high-demand fields of machining or welding. If you are at least 18 years old, are currently unemployed, have no prior college credit, and meet the requirements to take the test of adult basic education, you might qualify for free tuition, books, and training to become a machinist or welder from Lone Star College Conroe Center. Students receive hands-on training, intense advising, and guidance on entering the workforce. New classes are starting this month, and Lone Star College Conroe Center offers a variety of class times, including late night and Sunday options that best fit with your busy schedule. Learn more about this opportunity and see if you qualify at lonestar.edu/ABE Innovation or call 936-521-4552. I'm Lauren Maddox for Lone Star College System.
Came along just like a song and brightened my day. Who'd have believed that you were part of a dream?
Oh, boy, is this song not right for this segment? Is so right. Thank you, Barry Manilow, for
Oh,
I
Barry.
just can't smile without
I
you.
had such a crush on him. I'm joking, Cindy.
That's another show.
That's
Okay.
another show.
Listen, you're listening to the
Barry
Mark and
Manilow.
Cindy show, and we're so glad you're back. We've got a very interesting guest because our whole week theme is great ideas. And so I just happened to find this lady in Kroger's. And we were my grandchildren, her children go to the same school,
Oh,
about the same
okay. That
age.
explains
And so
something.
while they were fighting, we were pulling them apart. I said, well, what do you do? And so she starts telling me about what she does. And I went, this is so cool. I've never heard of this. So, hey, you want to be on a radio show? And they just, and she was just like, oh, I don't want to talk on the radio show. But she is a talker. She can talk.
Man.
How long do we stand there and talk? An hour. I said, you can do this. This is
Cindy,
going to be
if
easy.
you ever are in Kroger's and you run across a circus clown, do not
Don't ask
enter
him?
into a conversation or
Okay.
invite him here. And
Okay.
by the way, Tricia, she said we have an interesting guest, and everyone knows that Cindy and I occasionally say interesting guest because we have no idea, or you can't say a horrible guest. In this
No.
case, we've got a great guest
We
who's
do.
interesting.
And she had a great idea, and that idea has come to fruition since January, and she's now starting to gain more and more popularity. Not awareness. People are finding out about you, and so now that you're on the Mark and Cindy show, you'll never have any time for your children. Yes, Mark, you have an idea. Or
Well,
do you
that's
have...
what I wanted to mention. Did you mention at the start about this is Idea Week? Did
Yes,
you?
I did. I said this
knew
is
that.
Great
I
Idea
knew a
Week.
minute.
And
And it is, and this is our first guest on
Yes,
Great Idea Week.
right. Now we did have a guest on whenever we were here last Thursday or whatever it was, and
We were.
about the inclusive clinic, which was a great idea.
You know, Dick was waiting for us on Memorial Day. I'm
No,
joking.
I was gonna
we
say.
skipped Memorial Day, and Dick.
I do have a question if you run into those folks. Why don't they put inclusive clinic on the building?
What is there? Yeah.
It just says clinic.
It says clinic, and
Just wondering.
And I didn't know if that was the adjective. It's an inclusive clinic, or that was the name of it. But I called the directory assistants, and they gave me their number. I called it inclusive clinic. So that's where it is on 105. And we just want to always promote good
Right.
ideas. So we've
This
got
was a
Tricia.
sidebar,
Yeah, sorry,
Tricia.
Tricia. Okay, Tricia Williams with Snow White Mobile Teeth Whitening. I love that Snow White. Did you see the picture I put up there?
I did with
Did
my
you know
business card.
how I did that? I found a. Did you see it? It's great. You got to go to our Facebook and see it. But
Oh man.
and Dick will appreciate this. Is that I took I was folding clothes, and there was a black pillowcase. So I took the pillowcase, kind of scrunched it up, put your card in it, and took it. I just want you to know those are the tricks of the trade.
That is just so much more trouble than I'm willing to go to. That
I know
is
for your
just
guest,
great.
but she's my guest.
That's
so.
why she did it.
That's why.
right.
Yeah.
That's
That's
right.
why
So-
she is who she is.
I know it. It's all up here. Anyway, so Tricia, you started this in January, and of course, always the question's going to be, why did you start doing this?
Well, short answer is money, of course. But
I love it. There you go. It's truthful.
in addition, I've always wanted to have my own business, and I recently had a couple of teenagers move out. So Mom had to have something to keep her mind occupied, and this is something I'd been looking at for a couple of years anyways.
You have. Okay.
How did you hear of it?
I think my husband is the one that originally told me about it.
What are you going to do?
Yes.
I know, he's crazy.
I know. By the way, did your children move out voluntarily? Just a personal question. Okay.
Yes.
Mark.
I'm sorry.
But I know you have your hands full with, the two that are there.
I still have two at home.
Yes, it's two at home. And anyway, this opportunity came along, and explain what actually you do. We need to know that for sure.
Well, with my system, I whiten people's teeth. I go out to their homes, to their offices, wherever they want me to come to, as long as it's legal and they have electricity and water. So Phone booth is out.
As long as their business is legal
Yeah.
and what they're
yeah.
doing. Okay.
Yeah, I was.
Or I just don't know about it.
Right. I'm
I
sorry.
feel like there's a story there.
There is a story. What's the
So
story? For,
there must have been a place you went that caused this policy to come up in your business.
No, actually, they're not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I just want
I'm
to make sure.
Kind of
But over the
anticipating.
phone, when they call you and they want you to come out to their house, now that's scary right now, right? That's kind of
is.
scary. So it has to be kind of word of mouth. You have to know somebody that knew somebody that.
Right.
Okay, so they
like
have to
you're
have a
not in the phone
reference.
book.
I'm not in the phone book.
And if you were, what would you be listed under?
Cosmetic procedures.
Okay.
Do they actually still have phone books?
They do. I get one.
I got mine delivered on.
I get a pile of them. How
on Friday.
often do I use them? They've got coupons in them. Did y'all know that?
No, I didn't know.
You
Okay,
need to put
stop
a
it.
coupon in the phone book.
In fact, we're going to talk about coupons because when I put this on my Facebook that you were coming, all of a sudden I get this. Can we have a drawing? Can you have a drawing about getting this done? And I did put on there. I said she did say something about coupons, but I don't know if it was for us or not. But she did say that she was making them up. But the procedure normally in a dentist office can be $200 to $300. Correct.
Oh, $400 to $800.
$400 to $800. Well, I was thinking just the top part or the. Okay, no, they don't do that, do they? I said, could you just whiten the top part?
Yeah.
That's the only
These
thing. that
two
shows.
by the
teeth.
tooth.
These two
Yeah.
teeth, yeah, by the tooth. The only thing, look,
Be
see when I smile.
4 teeth in my. No, that's not. I'm talking about my teeth.
Because some people don't show all their teeth, but except for, I'll tell you who does is the Gullos. At Gullo, Toyota Gullo is Corky and all their family, in fact, all the Gullos, went to the same teeth whitening guy. And we were at church, sitting behind them at church, and I said, hey, and they all turned around and went, hey. And this blast of white came at
see,
me. They
Cindy,
were
that's
just
the competition.
amazing.
We're not talking about the competition. We're talking about.
And I'm
who
just
we've
talking
got
about what a
here.
difference it makes
It
in
makes a
people's
difference.
lives. But it was.
It definitely does.
It brightens up the room. Okay, so, but anyway, so you, people call you from references, right?
From references, social media. I've got my own website. I'm out there.
And so, and they probably can't believe it because we're talking about how expensive it is for a dentist to do this. Trisha's doing this for, give me the price, today
My base
only.
price is $149.99.
$149, and that's the base price. Now, that does that mean because there may be complications, or they're just you may have more teeth than other people, or
Well, some people have darker colored teeth, so
Oh,
they
so
may
it's
need
gonna
to
take
stay under the
longer.
light longer.
aha.
So
Okay, and so the light you're talking about, we'll show them in the next segment what the light looks like because I can't reach it right now. But she goes, I mean, she was going to do this. She says, I could do it with y'all during the show, and I went, well, except then we realized we couldn't talk, and I said maybe you could do it on Mark.
Hey,
I wanted to
go.
put Dick down here.
That would have
do
been
it.
perfect. But now here's the
I would have
deal.
brought my wife had I known.
If people are asking, no, wait a minute. So how can you do this? How can you go out to somebody's office or somebody's home and do this and be considered like a legitimate teeth whitening process? How can that happen?
You're tripping me up here. I use a hydrogen peroxide gel.
It's only 16%.
It's only 16%. It is not as
Dentist-
high as what the dentists use.
And is that damaging to the enamel, or what does it do to the enamel?
What it does to the enamel is it opens up your pores and it takes the stain out of the teeth, out of the dentin.
Okay.
And then what we do is we dehydrate the tooth, basically. And after we're done, you have to drink lots and lots and lots of water.
Oh, to get the pores to close up again?
Yeah.
I didn't. Teeth have pores?
Yes.
I don't.
Well, I mean, I guess that's what absorbs the coffee stain, and all the stain stuff that you do. But then when you brush them, let's see, that's weird. So now the warm water or the cold water that you use when you brush your teeth, is it to open up and close the pores, or does when you brush them?
No one
No,
knows, Cindy.
No one knows. It's
yeah.
kind of okay. That was a secret. Okay.
I know on my end, it's the peroxide that opens up the pores.
How long
Okay.
is the process? Mm-hmm. How long is it? Yeah.
It depends on the process. We have 3 different options. We've got one that's 45 minutes, one that's an hour, and one that's an hour and a half.
Okay.
But now, 149 compared to 400 and all that. Here's where the difference lies, and this is what she was talking to me about. Is that when she goes in, she puts all the stuff out there, and she has the person themselves can paint this on. right? Is that
Yes.
correct?
The
Okay.
gel on?
Because I am not a dentist.
Right.
I'm not a dentist. I'm not a dental professional. If I were to actually touch my clients, then I would be held liable and I could go to jail. So,
Well, that's scary.
and I don't look good in stripes or orange.
No.
I would say it's
The-
it's the same thing with people that do theater makeup and that do professional people that do makeup. Is the deal is they can go out there and they don't have to have a license. They can do the makeup because they're great at that. But the minute they give them any kind of chemical to take the makeup off, or they take the makeup off, they can't do that. So the person has to
Blimey.
take off their own makeup for them to be able to do that without a license.
You know, the making of Wizard of Oz when the Tin Man had all that
That's
silver.
right.
That's what started that law.
That's right.
Buddy Ebsen had
Almost
an infection with all that silver.
Way to
stuff.
ruin it, buddy.
Yeah. Way to go, buddy.
Everybody. But see, this is what's good is that you have to have, you know, and she has plenty of testimonies of people that have done this, but they get to do it themselves. They have the control of doing this the procedure by painting this on, and then you have to have the thing in the dentist office that then I guess where the adheses to the tooth. No, what does it do when you put the
Adheres?
light on?
The light activates the peroxide.
Right.
And that starts the process of opening up the pores and taking the stain out.
And that's what the dentist and all those guys have. But she has it in a mobile sense. She can do this. And the only difference is that she's showing you how to do this, and then that causes you not to have to pay a
Right.
lot of money for it.
Okay.
And so there's no danger to this, right? I mean, what would be a danger?
The worst thing that I've seen happen so far is somebody's gums blanch. Basically, if you're wiping up a wound on somebody with peroxide and you see those little bitty white lines that come up on your finger,
Right.
the same thing will happen to your gums.
Right.
It goes away after about 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, it's nothing that's going to absorb and go into the system or anything like that. So that's what's cool about it. And we're gonna be going to a break, and when we come back, people are gonna want to know how you get into somebody's office and how does that happen? That they let you come in and you do this the teeth whitening.
Typically through the front door.
You
Yeah,
just
that's
okay. Oh, she's such a smart aleck as well. But we're going to talk more about that and get deep into it.
deep.
Okay, all
Mark
right.
and Cindy Show, ladies and gentlemen. Back in a couple.
We'll be right back.
When you're sad, I feel glad when you're glad.
Hi, I'm Joyce with the Corner Pub in downtown Conroe. We're located at the corner of Simonton and North Main, just across the street from the courthouse. The week starts off Monday with open mic hosted by Alan, and Tuesday nights open mic hosted by Jeremy Bankhead. And on Thursday evening, McFarland Jams. There's nightly drink specials available every night, all night. And don't forget, live entertainment every weekend. To see a full list of events, visit our website at thecornerpubinconroe.com. So come join us at the Corner Pub, where the deli is open late.
Hello, this is Dennis Nelson, inviting you to come with me through the doorway of imagination and into the theater of the mind. The Players Theater Company Old Time Radio Hour presents a play every Saturday night at 7 p.m. on Lone Star Internet Radio. Be it drama or comedy, thriller or love story, every exciting episode is carefully chosen straight from the golden age of radio and performed live by talented actors, musicians, and sound effects crew. Every sound you hear will be 100% live and homemade. Anything can happen. So join us, please, every Saturday night at 7 p.m. for the Players Theater Company Old Time Radio Hour, right here on Lone Star Internet Radio.
The East Texas Dream Center, conveniently located at 301 South First Street, Conroe, Texas 77301, relies solely upon the generosity of those who are led to contribute. We are a Christian organization that houses women and children who are trying to get their lives back after being homeless, abused, or addicted. Your financial contributions are tax deductible. We are recognized by the IRS as a tax-exempt organization under Section 501c3. With faith, hope, education, and a lot of love, we seek to lead individuals towards self-sufficiency so they can become contributing members of society. Your generous gift will help women and children in our community. Please visit our website to find ways to donate or volunteer. Our website is www.easttexasdreamcenter.org. Again, the website is www.easttexasdreamcenter.org. A telephone number where you can reach us is 281-601-6800. Thank you and have a blessed day.
And we're back. Wow, we're so back. Okay, Barry Manilow. And then there comes the song. I can't laugh without you.
It's in there somewhere.
And we can't smile without someone like Trish Williams.
Cindy, let's
and
look at some of this stuff. I'm so excited with all of this
Can
paraphernalia.
But can I first? I know you want, but
go ahead,
I have
Cindy,
to do
go
this
ahead.
first. There was 42 DUIs, DWIs in Montgomery County, and they were all in Lake Conroe, I think. Is that right? No, they were
Montgomery County.
Oh, Montgomery County.
And 87% had bad-looking teeth,
Yeah,
discolored teeth.
And that's what gave it away.
They need to
That's
call
what
me.
gave it away.
Call me.
And so while all of those people on Lake Conroe were getting their DWIs, there was, the exciting part because they thought they had found the second drone. And they
They're
didn't.
keeping that hushed up.
And no, it was Christopher Columbus's. We haven't heard anything more about that boat, have we? That they found.
I haven't.
You don't know what's under that lake.
We don't know.
We're scared, but
yeah.
Anyway, no, they didn't find a second drone. We're just hoping they will because we just love that story and we want to keep that story going. Also, if you are talented, America's Got Talent starts its new season on NBC. And let me tell you what Howie Mandel is doing this time. They've got 48 slots for people to come up and perform for them. But they've only chosen 47, and they're letting the Today Show choose that 48th slot. And so if you send in your videos today of whatever you think is your talent, and they're looking for everything. They'll show anything and everything. Even people that do have talent, they will show it. If you'll do a video, send that and go to today.com. I think it's /AAAGT. Today.com AGT. So all you out there that listen to the Mark and Cindy show, because I know you feel like you're more talented than us. We're not going to do it, but if you send your videos into today.com /AGT, you might be the next one. And if you are chosen, be sure and call us, and so you can come on the show and tell us what you did. So, what is your main talent, Mark?
See, Cindy, what I do is I mouth the song and you sign it. In other words, you're signing, and I'm not saying anything, and it sounds beautiful.
We should do that.
But I think we need to
send
get
that
back
in.
to this
Okay,
teeth thing. I really do.
I think we should do that. Okay.
Right.
I'm all for the sign language.
Okay, she's not going to do it.
Wait a
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Trish Williams is our guest and on the Mark and Cindy show here, and we are talking about mobile teeth whitening. And she has Snow White is the name of her company, Snow White Mobile Teeth Whitening. And we were just talking about and teasing, like, how do you call or somebody's office and say, I'm coming in to whiten the teeth of one of your employees? How do you do that? How does that happen?
That would be the employee's job. The
Oh,
employee would
okay.
have
Yeah.
to say, hey, and typically it's somebody a little bit higher up in the company. They're going to go to the boss and say, hey, I'm going to take my lunch, and this is what I'm going to do on my lunch.
And so now, so many offices, I keep thinking of all these cubicles where people are all out in the open. And do you go in their office privately and do this, or is it out in the open?
It's in the lounge.
Yeah, the kitchenette or wherever. No, typically we try to keep it private.
I was going to say, what kind of commotion, chaos, distraction that might cause, but how fun it would be to watch while you're doing your work and stuff, somebody getting their teeth whitened. So I just didn't know how that all happened. I'm sorry, I know you have questions. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to mention, if you went to a school, you could do it in the teacher's lounge, but they get 20 minutes for lunch.
Yeah.
You have to do it during their off period, I'm thinking.
That's right. See, who has an hour lunch anymore?
My question is, and it's another one of those stupid things, because those are my best questions. I'm assuming the gel goes on the back of the teeth, but
No.
is there any? It doesn't.
It goes on the very front of the teeth.
We don't worry about the back of our teeth, but unless you're in a movie and they put a mirror in your mouth. They do that sometimes.
That's right. And it's a gel, right?
It is a gel.
What does it look like? Now, see, everybody that's going to watch our YouTube portion of this will be able to see what she's doing.
Yeah.
You that are on the radio have no clue. But anyway, so watch the
So
YouTube.
if you're watching this now, go straight to the YouTube.
Yes.
I didn't actually bring one of my whitening gel pens because they have to stay refrigerated until it's time to use them.
Okay.
But basically, this here is our minerals pen. And this is kind of what it looks like. This is a minty flavor.
And it comes just out like a shot? Like it comes out like a pin?
No.
No.
You just twist it
Okay.
and apply it.
And apply it.
cool.
Now, if you get too much on, does it hurt you or does
There's
it
no
matter?
such thing as too much.
There's not too
There's no
much.
such thing as too much.
So to keep it evenly white, you just show them how to do that.
Right.
Do you have something that retracts the
I
mouth
do.
out to here?
That is my
That's why you do it in
favorite
private.
part.
Put it on Mark.
Yeah, right. Because I cannot open my mouth.
The
very much.
cheek retractor holds your teeth so that your mouth just looks like the skeleton face.
Oh, cool.
It's definitely interesting. But yeah, I have a cheek retractor that I use.
What is the light? I mean, is it?
It
it's
is
not
a-
infrared. It's
No, it's a cold blue LED.
Cold blue.
Cold
LED.
I mean, that doesn't even
LED.
sound scary.
It's not.
Nothing
Not
scary
at
about
all.
it. In
So the
fact,
light
let me
just-
get that light while y'all talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, good. The light itself, you mentioned that it does it heat up the peroxide or it?
Yes, it heats it up, but not to the point where you feel it. It's the activation process where it starts to do the breakdown of the peroxide so that the peroxide can open up those pores.
Makes you wonder who invented stuff like this, and that's Cindy, part of our "It's a Good Idea" show. Okay, I have seen the movie. What was that one with Orson Welles and
War of the Worlds?
War of the Worlds. Look at this.
That's what it looks like. So you open your
Oh,
mouth.
do you want me to?
You just put it in front of your face just like
Oh,
that.
You don't stick it in your mouth. You just
No.
put it in front of your face.
No.
Okay, can you hold that up so
Wow.
it looks? That looks just like Orson Welles.
Yeah.
I must be missing it because I didn't say it.
You didn't?
I didn't.
Either one of them? None of them?
Wasn't that on the radio?
Well, it was originally, but they made 8 movies?
That's
about
right.
it?
Are you kidding?
Yeah, right. War of the Worlds. That's what they look
Last
like.
one was with Tom Cruise.
Just exactly what it looked
And
like.
that's where they got the idea for this.
Just a disclaimer: this is not anything to do with
No,
War
no.
of the Worlds.
Yes.
But that's how you activate the stuff and get it going. Okay, see. Don't let Richard have it.
No. Okay.
He's not allowed. Okay, there you go. And put it over your lap.
I'm on a Ferris wheel or something.
Don't
Okay.
drop it. That's my money maker right
Really,
there.
this.
Yeah,
and
that's my
I am
moneymaker. Don't
so
mess it
unhappy
up.
about even holding it. I don't know what to do.
But
here.
Tricia, here's the deal. Here's the question. What is the worst mouth you ever came in contact with?
Yeah, we want the
how do you-
name of this person.
Now, see, this is called Truthful
and
Tuesday.
where do they live? No, you've seen really bad. I'm imagining.
I have seen some very, very dark teeth.
And
We're talking an hour and a half, 3 hours.
so when they come in, you walk in there and they go, "Okay, what do you think you can do?" And they smile. You go, "Whoa!" How do you react?
As long as they have teeth, I can help them.
There you go.
And I have had that issue.
Could you
that-
lighten my gums?
Sorry, you gotta have more than a couple.
What if they hand you their, they just hand you they take out their
Oh no,
false teeth and
no,
hand it to
no,
you.
I'm sorry, that does not
That doesn't
work for
work?
me.
Okay.
Actually, we have had some clients that started out down here at the very end. Some have actually even been darker, and we've gotten them in the first two sessions. And for each treatment, there's 3 sessions.
Mm-hmm.
So by the end of the second session, we're right about here, and typically by the end of the third session, we're up here.
Wow. This is
So-
a collection of teeth that she got at the morgue to. No, these are artificial.
And we all tested it, and Richard was the best, Mark second, and then me third.
I
And
thought I
so
tied with Richard, but we never put it right next to him. But yes, you've got.
I think from here he looked like
Cindy's got
like a 10. I was like
No,
Cindy,
that's
it's-
the beard.
It's the beard. It darkens it so much it makes your teeth look lighter. Yeah, Cindy's got this horrible smoking problem, and
Yeah,
I'm joking.
If
She
I would
does not
just
smoke.
Stop that. No, I do not. I've
I
never
wanted to
smoked.
Ask
Shut
this:
up.
like a smoking stain. In other words, what staining your teeth would be would alter your test to a degree with respect to how much you need and how long, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah. There are some people that smokers, heavy coffee drinkers, people who love the red wine. Who doesn't
Oh,
love
I
the red
hadn't thought of
wine? Yeah.
Ah.
Believe it or not, even carrots.
Get out of
Carrots.
here! I
Yeah,
know
well-
it'll red
Yeah,
your
they're awful
nose.
for you.
They're wonderful for you.
I'm
They
just
just
kidding.
bad for the teeth.
We
It
need to
loses the
talk
color.
about bananas. But
So, how long does this last?
It depends on the person and their habits. Anywhere from 6 months to 2 years.
Do you have to lecture them like, okay,
I do.
if you don't want me to come back in
That's
2
true.
weeks?
Well, here's the deal. If it was my company, how long does it last? How much money do you have? That would be my answer. I'm sorry.
I like that. I
It's.
like that. That's
I'm sorry. I
great.
can see now. It's what we need another one. No, that's that is great that it would last that long. And of course, it depends on if after you get it, say, oh, this is great. I'm going to smoke more. I'm going to drink
Yeah.
more coffee. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you brush your teeth right after coffee and see what you spit out of your mouth, it's a lot of coffee that's in there.
Gross.
And it's dark.
Let's-
Very dark.
Here, let me show you. No, let's not do that. But that's.
I can see it. I just had to picture that. You say
know.
things, and I have to picture them, and then
But-
what do I do with them? Like,
Cindy,
"Ah!"
I don't brush my teeth after drinking coffee all the time, but
Okay.
the times I do, it makes me think, Mark, why don't you do this all the time? Because there is coffee buildup.
Well, like with dark colored sodas, you
yeah.
get the same thing. I've gone to all clear stuff. I'm glad. See what she's drinking there? Let's go.
Tell us again what this is,
That is-
Tricia.
That is heaven in a cup. That is a cucumber Italian soda.
A cucumber Italian soda.
Oh, yum.
Yeah.
And she
Yum.
got that from where?
Conroe Coffee. Leo loves
Oh,
me, and
Leo
she makes
loves-
these for me.
I'd never even heard
Write
of
that down so we
such
can
a
charge
thing.
her
Yeah.
a promotional fee. Okay. But no, she has the weirdest things in there. We have to go in there, and we always have to get somebody else to taste it first before we do. So it's like,
I'll be the taste
are you
tester. I have
sure?
no
Okay.
problem.
That is
Okay.
just
Oh,
I have no
weird.
shame.
it was.
Yeah.
It's great. But clear Flu is like the 7-Up and all those that won't stain. But
Preferably
what?
water, not 7-Up, because the sodas they're acidic, and they're really not going to help the closing the pores process.
Well, now I heard that a lemon is the healthiest thing in the kitchen, but that's the worst for teeth. Is that correct?
It's terrible for your teeth.
Ladies and gentlemen,
didn't
we have
know
got to
that.
thank the daylights out of Tricia Williams for being here. We're getting ready to get the time bit. We're going to take a break, and we'll say goodbye to her again right
When we
after this
get-
break.
yeah.
By the way,
And we'll
when
tell
we
you how to
come
find-
back, we are going to find out why it is you forget what you're going into the upstairs room for or downstairs, wherever.
Oh, I forgot that's
can't
what we're
wait.
going to
That's our
talk about.
encouraging
Okay,
word.
so everybody come back. We've got a lot of
Yeah.
things to talk about.
That's
You're
our
listening to the
teaser.
Mark and Cindy Show.
What I'm going through, I just can't smile.
This is Rick Schisler, the host of the Weekly Business Hour. Have you ever thought about maybe, possibly, even considering LASIK? Then call my friends at Man Eye Institute, 1-800-MY-VISION, and talk to them about a free LASIK consultation. The thing about Man Eye Institute is they want their patients to be happy. That's their number one goal. Whether you decide to have LASIK, if you decide to have another procedure, if you decide to wait, whatever it is, the folks at Man Eye Institute want you to be happy and informed and comfortable with your decision. That's why I never hesitate to recommend a free LASIK consultation for anyone who's even thinking about maybe getting LASIK. 1-800-MY-VISION is the Man Eye Institute number because you get to walk through the process, have a thorough eye exam, and have all your questions answered. Before you leave Man Eye, you'll know exactly what your options are and you can make the right decision for you. So don't hesitate. Call Man Eye Institute now for a free LASIK consultation at one of their 9 Houston and Austin area offices, including right here in the Woodlands. 1-800-MY-VISION. That's 1-800-698-4746. Discover more right now when you visit maneye.com about the benefits of LASIK eye surgery.
You're listening to Lone Star Internet Radio now for your daily weather report. Today's Tuesday, May 27th, 2014. Today's forecast, there's a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms today. Some of the storms could produce heavy rain, so be careful. Mostly cloudy with a high near 84. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Later tonight, there's still a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms with a low around 70.
This weather forecast is brought to you by Donalwick Public Relations. You've seen the billboards. That's right, Wicked Publicity. Contact them today at 832-326-1965 and visit wickedpublicity.com. stay together now.
How, Tricia, how much time between sessions again?
Such as
Like if it's 3 20-minute sessions, is that directly? I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I was in deep conversation here before we went to break. But if
On the Mark and Cindy show.
Yeah. Multiple sessions, like 3 20-minute sessions, is that you come back the next day?
No.
Or what?
They're all back to back.
Back to back. That's what I wanted to know. Anyway, we need to find out how to get in touch with Tricia.
That's right. You can call 936-494-9754. And that number again is 936-494-9754.
It's right at the bottom of your screen. I don't know that.
yeah.
By the way, this is what you're looking for right here. I don't care if you're man or woman. That's what you're going to look like when you come out. It enhances your lips. No, I don't know that.
Yes.
Without the
This is-
lipstick.
yes.
You get clown
This
lips
is-
after it's over. No.
No,
Anyway,
that is very cool.
you can read on her website, which is
MySnowWhiteTeeth.com.
mysnowwhiteteeth.com.
And you put
I
the
love
W
that.
in snow. It's not a S-N-O. It's like snow cones.
Yes,
It's
Snow
S-N-O-W,
White.
white teeth. And by the way, her competition is called, she's Snow White, and her competition is called Maleficent.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's not
coming
true.
out.
That is not so. That is so not true.
Okay, so that's the way you can get a hold of her. And thank you again so much for coming out here and brightening up the world. That
I get
you
it.
do. That's
Brightening
just
up.
okay.
That's cool.
And we can't smile without you. Okay, so anyway, this is a great idea. And
It
if
is.
you have
It is.
you have great ideas, be sure and let us know. We're on the hunt for great ideas.
You know, I know a beautician who says, it's actually a male, who says he cannot, when he goes someplace at a mall or a church or whatever, and he sees someone's hair, it's, oh my gosh, if I could get hold of that head for just a little while. I imagine you go around and see people's teeth and say, "Oh my gosh, I could help you so much."
But the thing of it is you can't go up to somebody and say, "Hey,
cannot.
you need your teeth
You need me.
whitened."
Yeah.
You need me. What? What? Say what? Okay, maybe I didn't say it right.
Okay. Anyway, thank you so much, Tricia.
You were
this
great.
is
You
really
were
great.
great.
Please,
Thank you
and
for
if
having
you
me.
have any questions or whatever, if you did not get the phone number, just Facebook us at
That's right.
Mark and Cindy Show on Facebook, and we will send that sucker to you. We'll post it also as soon as we get an opportunity to.
And now, the encouraging word
encouraging
from Mark Hader.
Word. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. No, Cindy, I was reading something this morning, and I have plugged this so many times. It's Our Daily Bread. It is a daily devotional that has, it gives you the devotional, the topic, whatever it is, and then it gives you the Bible verse related to that. And they give this away, www.rbc Ministries, and it's just a great organization. And if you started your day with one of these, it's great. And I started my day with one of them that was so informative. It told me, Cindy, as my teases have been,
That's right.
that, you know, when you, I will go upstairs to the study, or I'll go somewhere and I'm coming here for something, and I get there and, I mean, comedians do stuff like this. Why am I here? And of course, my thought is Alzheimer's. I cannot remember Jack. And this person here, this, what's her name? Well, it doesn't matter. She said
Doesn't matter.
This scientist by the name of Gabriel Radovinsky. I think he's Russian. I could be wrong. But anyway, Gabriel come up with this, and he did research on all of this, and I don't know how you test people, but he said, here is the answer to why you forget when you go somewhere. And he actually has named it, and the name of it is event boundary. He said when you leave a doorway, the doorway itself, the door is an event boundary. In other words, whatever you've been doing in that room, you leave, and all of a sudden your mind files what you did or what you thought about in that room. And when you meet the next room, subconsciously, that stuff's filed away, and you're walking somewhere and you see the fly, oh, where's the fly swatter? Or you see, oh, that magazine's been there forever. And you start filing new stuff to the point where when you get to where you may remember where you're going and you get there, I have no idea why I am here. You can then go back to where you came from and stand there. What I do is I stand in that room where I don't remember, and I look around. Something's going to come to my mind. So many times it
But
doesn't.
the harder you try and remember what you wanted to remember, it goes away. It just
does.
goes away. And you feel like I'm standing here with a blank slate, and people are going to stare at me, and people are going to think something's wrong with me. And so I will. It's so easy for me. But I do that. And I've done that since I was young. That's what's so bad. It's not an old thing, I don't think, because I would do that all the time when I was like in my 20s. I would go like, what did I come into this room for?
Okay, Cindy, thanks. You did so well. I appreciate it. I forgot my Bible. I was going to read a verse to you. It has to do with what this is all about. Mark, how's that an encouraging word? You're telling me. Well, what the author here was saying with relation to that, the door is the event boundary, and then she went into this point that is so, I don't know, it's so refreshing, is that Jesus is the door. He told us that. You know, one of the greatest chapters, well, who can say the greatest, is John chapter 10, and he mentions this in verse 9. He said, Jesus is talking to these people. He says, I am the door. If anyone enters through me, he will be saved and will go in and out and find pasture. I'm the door. In other words, you go in and out this door, and I am the shepherd. And he goes on there in verse 25, says, I told you, and you do not believe the works that I do. And he mentions that my sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me, and I give them eternal life to them, and they will never perish, and no one will snatch them out of my hand. If you can liken that into leaving a door and you're facing new things out there, and you filed away the stuff you read in the morning, but Jesus is there with you anyway. And while you're fighting or going out there and trying to remember you're in touch with the world and the worldly things out there, your bond is back there where you were in touch with Jesus. And that is the event boundary that you do. He said, my sheep go in and out into the pasture, but they know my name, they hear my voice, and they will come back. And that voice is talking to you. I can't hear it, but it's saying, you see something, said, no, we don't need to go there, Mark. Or there's something in your gut or your heart that says, nah, I better not do that. If you ever have to question, should I or should I not, you probably shouldn't do it. And I'm speaking from experience here. But that's the deal. We don't ever want to leave the confines. And Christ says, I'm with you always. Nothing will take you out of my hand. But we just need to keep that in mind. And that's why it was encouraging to me to realize He is the door. I leave the doorway, but I'm not leaving Jesus. He's there. In my house, I leave the doorway, and I'm leaving the idea of what the heck I'm doing, where I'm going in there. But Jesus is with me always, and I hear His voice, not literally hear His voice. Sometimes I do hear a voice that sounds exactly like me.
Like you.
It's weird.
That's not weird.
But He's calling me back.
That's right.
He's the
That's
shepherd.
right.
I'm leading you. I've got you there. Be confident as you're going out there. And anyway, that was the message coming from Our Daily Bread. RBC Ministries. Oh, it's great. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Mark and Cindy Show. It has been a great show due to the
Trisha Williams and Mobile Teeth Whitening. Be sure and check it out. And we will be back tomorrow.
With
Enjoy
good ideas.
this rainy day. And if you got a great idea, be sure and let us know about it.
And coming on next is
It's me. Lone Star in the morning.
Oh, it's Lone Star in the morning. Yay, you want to stay,
I like
stay
that.
tuned
All
for
right.
that. Remember that God loves you and God's got this.
Mark and Cindy Show. Let's Mark and Cindy on the radio.
Hey everyone, this is Tina, your host from Retro Saturdays. I wanted to invite you to visit the Lone Star Studios here in downtown Conroe, Texas. We're all volunteers here, and we need your help in serving the Montgomery County area. Radio media is a fun field to be in. Lone Star Internet Radio serves Montgomery County with news, current events, local programming, and of course, music. If you are interested in volunteering and sharing your talents in media, go to irlonestar.com and let us hear from you. Lone Star Internet Radio, serving Montgomery County from the heart of downtown Conroe.